video, we will be discussing about today's editorial, which talks about India's foreign policy. So let us begin with this book called The India Way, which is written by Mr. S. Jaishankar, who is our External Affairs Minister. Here, he is being critical of India's foreign policy called the non-alignment. He says multiple alignment is required for a better future. So, what is non-alignment? See, in the Cold War era, you had two blocks, one led by USA and one by USSR. Okay, so this was under the NATO alliance. Here, the Warsaw Pact. So here you had pro-American capitalist countries. Under this, you had pro-USSR, communist or socialist countries. India was neither a member of these two, but India, which was the founding member of the non-alignment movement, along with Ghana, Yugoslavia, Indonesia and Egypt. So it brought in this innovation called non-alignment movement to the world of international relations, where these countries would be taking an independent stand with respect to the foreign policies by not aligning with the two blocks. So, in today's world, is it relevant? Okay, so our External Affairs Minister say multiple engagement is necessary, okay, irrespective of all the blocks. So this is actually evident from a few incidents or events from the recent past, because you can see about these forums, what I2U2, IPEF, Indo-Pacific Economic Framework. I2U2 is Israel, India, USA and UAE. What is common here is all these are led by USA. Now we will see about these forums. BRICS, SCO. This year Iran will be a member of this. SCO has member countries from Central Asia, Russia, Pakistan, China and India. And BRICS, you know you have Brazil, Russia, India, China and South Africa. So you can see you have countries here such as Iran, China, Pakistan, and you have USA on one side. So India is a member of both these groupings. So what we mean to say is India is trying to balance between these two blocks to attain its national interest. One which is led by USA, this one by Russia or China or the rival countries of USA, you can say. So India is a member of both the blocks. Okay. So now let us see with respect to Russia, our ties with them. So in the ongoing crisis with Ukraine, Russia is facing severe sanctions from USA and other Western countries, due to which import of oil has become really difficult from Russia. But this is not true with respect to India, because you can say this, in the first quarter of this year, we had imported only 0.66 million tons, which has increased to 8.42 million tons of oil import from Russia. It is because they offered it at a cheaper rate and India imported it, okay, in order to tackle inflation. So India has not bothered about the Western sanctions, okay. So apart from this, in this ongoing SCO summit in Uzbekistan, there are chances that Prime Minister of India and the leader of the Communist Party of China, that is Xi Jinping, would have a bilateral talk. Because as you all know, there is this disengagement of troops of both Indian Army and the PLA, that is the People Liberation Army of China, recently from Ladakh. So this frozen relationship is being eased between these two countries. Then apart from this, when you're talking about Iran, India has only showed interest in further taking up the Chabahar port project. Okay, this was evident as recently our Union Minister of Shipping had visited there. Okay, and with the new leadership coming into Iran, there are chances that the two leaders from India and Iran might talk about this oil import which was stopped from Iran, because in 2015, with pressure from USA, India had to stop its imports from Iran. It is because Iran withdrew from the Joint Comprehensive Plan of Action, okay, the Vienna talks, which is in news. It came out of it. So due to which US imposed sanctions on Iran and put pressure on countries such as India to stop imports from Iran. Okay, so prior to that, Iran was one of the major exporter of oil to India. Okay, so apart from this, with respect to Pakistan, as you all know, since 2016-17, there is no formal talks between the two countries. But with recent diplomatic back channels, the ceasefire is being successfully met in the LOC. Okay, so from past 1 year, you would have witnessed like there is no violence in the LOC. So what we mean to say is, India, which began from being a non-aligned country, has come forward. So there is a beautiful sentence here at the end where it says, India fights for its unique brand of multi-alignment or all alignment with partners from around the world. So we are moving from being non-aligned to becoming multi-aligned or all aligned with all the countries from the world, irrespective of belonging to any bloc. Okay, I hope this video will be helpful to you in understanding India's foreign policy. Thank you.